right, so I'm here at Smith's Castle in North Kingstown, getting ready to go and have a nice time. And I'm looking forward to some of the events that'll be here today. And I'll take videos and updates. So here we go. Hi everyone, so it was an interesting time there. It's now, let me just pop this up here, if you can see it, 3:49, so it's almost 4 o'clock. And yeah, I was there all day, which was a pretty good day. It was relatively nice outside till around 3 o'clock, and then it started to get a little bit cold and everything. And it was a nice day, but I do think it was more designed for families and kids than adults like myself who are 38. But it was still a nice day. It was nice to come back to it. I was expecting more of a tour of the castle itself and, a little bit more of that. But I think they were just so overwhelmed and understaffed, they weren't able to do so. And I'm glad I went, though. I enjoyed it, and I thought it was very nice. And I just had some late lunch, and now I'm heading home, and I'll talk a little bit more about my experiences later. Hi, this is editor Renee here, and unfortunately I had some tech issues, so I wasn't able to get any of the couple of images and videos that I wanted to get done. It wasn't too much of a big deal, but it's one of those things that just happen in the editing process that are a bit of a hiccup. Nonetheless, I just wanted to say that when it comes to my Saturday, it was a very good time. I did enjoy it, but I did feel like going to Smith's Castle was more designed for kids and family, which is great. It's a good day to see the kids really enjoying that stuff and everything. And it did have some nice things. It had a bake sale, it had some refreshments and such. So it was a nice time. And it was nice to go back to Smith's Castle because the last time I was there was 2012. And yeah, it was a nice time to go there and just get out for the day and enjoy it. And it was a good time overall. So I really like that. So I had a relaxing, sort of productive Sunday so far, and I hope you're enjoying this weekend in the life video. It's something a little new I'm trying that's unusual, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. But here for Sunday, December 7th, I wanted to give a little bit of a chat, which is that it's 2:22 p.m. right now, and I got a lot done. But it was also relaxing, and I enjoyed it a little bit. And I did like the Starry Night Cafe, but it's not something I would want to go out to all the time because it's in Smithfield and I live farther away from it than I want to be. But it was very nice and relaxing, and I actually had a chat with a woman there who had her young child there, and it was a nice little chat. And it kind of hits me a little bit that I don't really get out too much to do a lot of things that are social or connect with too many people, even a stranger, which can be a little bit nerve-wracking in itself, but it's a way to get to know people and have conversations. But it also made me realize that I don't have a lot of good conversations in there outside of my book clubs and work and other places. So I think maybe now I want to try for the new year just getting out a little bit more and being social, even with my church groups as well, because I'm so busy and on the go that I don't have enough time really for myself. And I think it's good that we have a little bit more conversations with people and form those connections and do so. And of course, I am glad that I have connections with everyone here, that everyone tunes into my videos and subscribes, likes, comments, and shares. It's always appreciative. And that can be a wonderful community as well. Outside of that, though, I think it's also good to have more of that community outside the screen, too. So I think it can go both ways, and it is enjoyable. And I want to let everyone know that I appreciate those who come on here to watch, comment, share, like, and subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it because it helps me to grow and share some things with you as well. But also, I wanted to show you a little bit more of what I got for my nephew for Christmas. So he is under the age of 4 and he's getting bigger and taller. And I always get him at least 2 books and 3 toys. So this is what I got him. I got him Narwhal versus Kindergarten, and this is by Vanessa Roder. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. And this was a very fun book when I was reading it, and I thought this is great because he'll see a lot of things inside this book. It has a nice lesson about how Narwhal feels a little bit left out and like he's making so many mistakes in kindergarten. But you look at all the little pictures and you see his classmates who are a variety of different animals and everything, such as squid and armadillo, are having their own troubles too, and it has a nice little message to that. I won't reveal it too much, but it was pretty funny and I enjoyed it. And this other one came from a store that I got the other day, actually, and it's called Christmas Owl. And this is based on the true story of the little owl named Rockefeller, who was found in Rockefeller Center Tree. And I really decided to get this one because it's done by Ellen Kalish and Gideon Seeter. Hope I pronounced that correctly. And it's illustrated by Ramona Kolotsky. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize. But it's beautifully illustrated. I really like the story and it's fun, and I think he'll enjoy it too, my nephew. Bigger one. And this is a robot named Andy, and Andy is the code and play robot. So it's one best toy award that you can see right up here if you can. And it does a lot of different things. It does coding, it does sings and dances. So it's an educational fun gift. And I like to give this to my nephew so it can build his mind a little in his brain. And his parents love it as well. So that's a very good thing. Next one is MagPad, and I was a little apprehensive about this, but I decided to change my mind and give it to him because I think it's fun and creative. It reminds me of Light Bright, but not completely Light Bright. And what this does is that it just has you have this stylus pen that you see right here. And you just started doing some dots and make a design. It comes with a few of them as well. And then when you're done, you just shake it around with an etch-a-sketch and it clears it up completely for more drawing design ideas. So I think we'll have fun being a little creative there, just like a light bright or an etch-a-sketch. And last but not least is Tiny T-Rex Magnetic Playset. And it's based off a book series that I unfortunately have never heard of, but I'm guessing it's more of a newer one. I was born in the late 80s, so a lot of new things have come along the way since then, which is great. Gives a lot more fun and excitement for. But this one over here is a nice magnetic play set with 30 plus magnets. And what it does is that it helps you to create a story with your favorite characters. So these are the 2 scenes right here. And these are all the magnets right here. And this is great because it helps him create stories and be creative because he's really at that age where he's a little under 4 and he's being creative, more visual, coming up with his own ideas and stories. And that's a good thing for kids. They get to have some creative fun. And that concludes what I'm going to talk about here so far. It is now 2:29. So I've done a little bit of video talking here so far, and I just want to say thank you again so much for tuning in. I'm going to hopefully go to a tree lighting in my town later this evening. I'll see how I feel. I'm not really sure because I have to go to work the next day and I still got some laundry to do, but I've enjoyed my day so far, my weekend, and I just want to say thank you again so much for tuning in and listening and liking, comment, sharing, subscribing. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to have a little bit more chats with you here and just discuss. I didn't get a chance to do too much for the rest of the Sunday day, but I really enjoyed my day. It was nice and relaxing after I finished the video where I just, relaxed for the day, watched a little I Love Lucy. I don't know if anyone knows that show. It's from the 50s, but I really enjoyed it. It's one of the funniest sitcoms in TV history, and you can see why it's still enduring after a little more than 70 years. And I also watched a documentary called The Great Isles of Britain, which shows a little bit of insight into some of the most iconic great castles that still remain in Britain. I watched the one specifically on York Castle, which is an interesting, but forewarn before you go into watching it if you're interested. It does have a lot of graphic depictions and details, so forewarned that is present in the documentaries. Also, I just want to take this time to thank so many people here who watch my videos, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm hoping to do more weekend in the life type videos or ones like this in the future, day in the life ones as well, because I think this is something that I really want to do more of and share with people, as well as focus a little bit on day trips. So even in the cold winter days that you experience here in Rhode Island, or at least New England, or any cold winter day, can give a little inspiration to get out of the house and do some fun stuff. So I really just want to say thank you so much again for just, being here, commenting, liking, sharing my videos, and subscribing as well. And I thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day and a good evening.